let your heart possessed by the compassions of Jesus Christ to feel mercy for one another who is in your need. Just see how many people they see this man in the deep pain, in the deep need, but they pass by. If I'm not mistaken, the word says, among these there was even a priest who passed by him. Being a person who is possessed by the compassion spirit in your heart, to see, and you must place yourself on the position of others that are in your need. Position yourself that how will I feel if it was me in that situation? And somebody will pass by me. Position yourself there. Life is about vice versa. It's like a marathon. I can be small today. You can be bigger today. But tomorrow you will be small. I can be rich today. And you can be poor today. But I will find myself poor tomorrow. And the rich person will find himself poor, and the poor person will find himself rich. Life is marathon. We must become the Samaritan person. God, He feel mercy to those who are having mercy. God, He give to those that are giving. God, He bless those that are blessing. And He help those that are helping. That's God. He never leave Jesus Christ, His Son, alone. He never leave Him alone. Do you understand why? Because Jesus, He made a higher decision to come and offer His blood and His spirit in His body as a good sacrifice for the people of the world. In that moment, the case of Jesus had to give His soul for the people. God never leave Him alone. If you want God to be with you in every circumstance that you are passing through, try not to pass by anyone that is in your need. Like a priest and a brother from Jerusalem, they passed by of this person who was in the need. But one day, God will also pass by them. If you live life of helping others in the need, even not tomorrow, even not next month, even not this year, even not next year, even not the year after next year. What I want to assure you, one of the days in your life, when you help others in your life, God will remember you one day. One day, one of the days, not even tomorrow, not even next year, not even after the next year, there will be a day that God will remember you. You will get the message. If you take care for others, if you feel charity to others, my friend, one day God will charity you. in our area, in our street, in our village, that they want the bread that you are throwing away on the dustbin. When you give him his thanksgiving that he will give you, God will hate it and he will reward you. When you say, oh, thank you, Mama, oh, thank you, Tate, God in heaven is looking down. One day, he will reward you more than what you give. Many people, they don't know the security of God. The secret of God is giving. That's why God, he looked around his house in heaven. And he found only his begotten Son, Jesus Christ. And he see the need of his people on earth. People, they will need salvation. They will need redemption. Do you understand that? And there was no one who can die for them and he could fight for them. God will look around. He was sending only one son. He decided to give it out. If you wish to have what you like most, give out what you like most. To bring out what you like most. If you give out what you don't like or what you don't want anymore, you can bring out what you don't like and what you don't want anymore. That's why Jesus told Simon Peter when he was arrested, Simon Peter cut the ear of one of the chief priests. And Jesus said, stop what you are doing, because whoever sweat will die of sweat. This is to tell you, if you are killing with sweat, you die by sweat. If you are helping others, you will also be helped. When we give, we don't do it because we have much. We give because of commandment and the love of our Lord Jesus Christ. You cannot give when you see that your pocket is full of money. When you see that there are a lot of material in your hand, there's no storeroom to keep them anymore. We give because of love. Can you get that? We help others because of love. That's why a lawyer asked Jesus, what should I do to inherit the eternal life? Giving is part of salvation. Did you get me? It's free giving. We can get salvation today. It's free giving. Salvation has come. How? When God gave his only son, can you not see that is a giving? It's not a giving. Is it not a giving? That the Lord has done for us. Is that not a giving when God offered his Jesus, only son, to death for us? It's not a giving? That's why I said salvation has come through giving. If there was no giving that God has done for us to give Jesus, there's no salvation today. Now you need to understand this message, that if you become a giving partaker, There's nothing you will lose in your life. You will think that you are giving by losing, but you are giving by gaining. If I give you one of my testimony that happened in March, it's a testimony, but it's a warning. I want to get myself for a crusade. After I faced the crusade, God spoke to me. He said, I was having a touch screen cell phone J1. And God just tell me straight that this cell phone, you will not go back with it at Oshibarongo. You must give it to your junior apostle. In my heart, I still need to use my WhatsApp. I have my information there. I'll go with it, but when I get a touch phone, I will offer. You know what happened? When was the death of our brother's wife? When was it? Is it in March? Ne? In the same month, one of our brothers lost his wife. We went there to greet him. I lost the phone. I lost everything that I was having a big heart for. Do you understand that? That cell phone was not lost. It was a punishment. And it was like how can I call it? It was like a teaching. It was a lesson. It was a bit from God. That I told you and you refused. Now I lose the same card. I lose WhatsApp. I lose contact number. I lose account numbers. That were every information. This is to tell us, if I were given, I would be blessed today. Now I'm empty, no blessing, no my own home. And that's why sometimes the car is giving you problem, but God is saying, do this to that person, but you don't want to do. You will lose everything. You know why I give this back to the church? I don't sleep here. And I was not understand why I cannot sleep here. But when I go the other side, I can sleep. But now, if I take a mattress and I spend my night sleeping here, I would sleep. Because I feel it was God speaking. Sometimes there's something that's disturbing you in your life. You feel it's your property, but it's not belong to you. Can you hear me? It's not belong to you. It's for somebody that the Lord has prepared for you. Salvation was not for Jesus. Salvation was for us, prepared through Him. Through Jesus Christ. Don't think that everything you have is yours. It's not yours. Are only prepared for you for blessing others. Like Jesus was prepared for the salvation for us through Him. Be very careful. Be very careful. Tell your neighbor. Neighbor? You are my neighbor. Neighbor. Be very careful. Not to lose all. Than to kill. If we could go ahead, if Jesus was here, and we could ask Him what happened to a Samaritan man after he heard the one who was beaten. If we could ask the reward of a Samaritan man today, maybe it is greater than what we have. Let me tell you a 1 second in giving. God spoke to Abraham that your only son And the one you only love, offer him to me as a sacrifice. Abraham, because he knows God's secret, he never rejected or denied to give the only son. In his giving, God blessed him. He said, from today, Abraham, because you never refused to give me your only son, I will bless you with the children. Uncounted like the star of heaven. Uncounted like the sand on the edge of the sea. We are the children of Abraham today. Through Abraham's giving. That's why we are much as we are today. And look, if you see Abraham, how many children was Abraham having? Yeah? Some of the blessings out of our giving, it's not us who are going to enjoy it. Are for others to come. To feel happy for us. That's a question I had. How many, ask your neighbor. May I have neighbor here? Neighbor. How many people are happy today because of you? What's the answer? What's the answer from your neighbor? Hello? Okay, I will ask you again. May I come to my neighbor? You talk to your neighbor. Neighbor, how many people are angry and complaining today because of your stingy? You cannot open up your own. Because they have to feel a smell. Like that mama, hey, good smell, hey. Oh, hey, yeah, look at my bow. Hey. You're stingy. How many people, they are complaining of your stingy? And how many people that are happy of the meeting you are doing for them? Not what that $10 you are having. If you give to somebody, you will receive $100. Can you get me? Me, if you give me one thing today, whatever in of this house, you give me a house. Why? Number one, there was no way I can get it. That's what you have to take note of it. Do you understand that? And then you who is receiving, you must learn how to appreciate. Do you understand that? You who is receiving, you must learn how to appreciate thanksgiving. Because Jesus said, what that generation is that are not knowing how to thanksgiving. If you give me one of the bricks, if you give me one brick, this one, if you give it to me today, you will see my joy the whole day. You will see my joy. Why? Because there was no way for me to get it. Like the way I get it from you. That's life. You must now come up on an understanding that the little you do to others is changing much and more of their life. Can you get me? That little you are doing in somebody's life, it is changing that life. the separation of sheep from God will come. But Jesus will separate out his sheep. Then he will separate out the goats. And he will tell God, go away. I don't know you. And he will tell his sheep, come here, my sheep. You do the will of my Father. But the God asked, how we fail to do your will. Jesus said, I was in hospital. You never come to visit me. I was in prison. You never come to visit me. I was hunger. You never gave me bread. I was naked. You never dressed me. I was a visitor. You never give me an accommodation. And they start to ask, when Lord, where you was in the hospital? When Lord, you was in the prison? When Lord, you was traveling and we never accommodate you? When you was hungry or naked and we don't dress you or giving you food? Jesus said, those little that you did not do for what you were supposed to do for them, you never did it for me. Can you hear me? If you do little to somebody, you do it for Jesus. If you give me a cross today, don't think that you close that person here. You close who? You close Jesus. If you give me 10 kg top score, don't think that you give it to Immanuel. You give it to Jesus. Because Immanuel is the person of who? That's why even this revelation of this teaching I'm giving you is part of giving. Like that, the wisdom, the knowledge I have through my Father Jesus Christ, I'm giving to you to know. It's part of giving. The question is here. How many people you give the good knowledge? How many people that you share with a good future? For me to pray for you is a part of giving. Because I have the gift of praying for people. It's not so? Yes. I sacrifice my life. I give my time to be with you. Preaching to you, praying for you. It's part of giving. Do your part. Do your part. Don't think me I give $1 and this one give 100. What these people will say to me? A woman who was a widower. She gave all that she was having. We cannot even call it a cent or any money. But when the Pharisees and the teacher of the Lord look, Jesus Christ, he was in the temple. He was sitting and looking how they are giving to the Lord. When they see this old woman give the small amount of the money, somebody stood up. They said, hey, is all that you have done little? They wanted even to beat the woman. Jesus said, that woman give more than all who came here. Number one, she gave her last money. The last one, and her account was gone. The account was closed. If it was the account that time, we can say the account is what? Zero balance. But he said, many of you give the change of what you bought for your own need. You buy your everything. Now you say you have a change. It's the one that you gave. It was a good teaching. We must try to give our best to the Lord. If it's the last money you have, give it, don't shy. If you can give 5 cents, and surely it's only you have, God will bless you for that. Don't say, if I give 5 cents, and you see somebody's giving 10 cents, the other one's giving $10. It's not about people that are surrounding you looking. Your heart and God are together. God bless you. I given this to teach you today concerning the synagogue that we have to build. It will not be just a church. It will be a synagogue for all people, where we feel home. Because God spoke so. Many people, it's only that you look to our present. We are not the people of today. Some of us, we are not what? People of today. We are the people prepared for a future of tomorrow. Future for who? Future for who? If I start to ask you one by one, we will laugh you today. Because of those funny answers. Some of us saying future of top score. Future for who? For us, for you and me. I can be a person here, but God is preparing me for others through me, that generation to manifest. Can you understand that? It's only that many and few of you are not understanding. As we are the servant of God in this world, number one, grace is different. Number two, vision are different. Number three, mission is different. Number four, the designing of a gospel is different. Number five, gifts are not of the same level. The higher your suffering, the higher your grace. Because you cannot become a lecturer and you know the lecturer is higher more than the teacher. It's not so. You cannot become a lecturer without going for a class of being a lecturer. Can you understand me? Some of people that are looking on physically appearance, they start to judge. That church, that small boy. That's why I said he can be a small boy today. Can you see me? Wait, what's that mean? Future. A boss. Don't worry, I love you for your understanding. Okay, let me ask you. What will you do? What can you do? If I ask you that question now. How many of you know it or you does not know? Let me take you to the Bible. I'll finish now. What was holding the life of Elder Simeon in the Bible not to die? What was it? All of you will answer, stand up. If you will answer, stand up and speak it together. What was it? It was Jesus. Thank you. Jesus. He was holding the life of Simeon not to die. Why? He cannot die. Why? Explain. Why he cannot die? Simeon, why he cannot die? Give us the statement now. Why? Apostle. Because of his salvation.
Because it's written that he will never die because until the time we go to see the Savior, Jesus Christ.
If his eyes